I had no experience whatsoever about interviewing anyone. Sort of got thrown into it and just said, yeah, just ask them a bunch of questions. Made a few mistakes in questions that you're not supposed to ask. But
I'm laughing because I think we've probably all made those mistakes and then gone, oh yeah, probably shouldn't have asked that. Now we know.
Yeah,
The good thing is we
that's
know
right.
now.
I know now that what you can and can't ask.
And I think I just asked you about watching the Killer Recruitment Blueprint series that we've got on the GPS group because you used it a couple of times. But, obviously we don't use recruitment every day, hopefully. So,
like we do have some recruitment sort of needs that we sort of, and we have just finished doing some recruitment like in the last month. So that's sort of worked out well. And like I discussed before, one of the biggest, with our recruitment, we simplified it as much as we can just due to the time constraints that we have to do it.
Mm-hmm. So since you did the recruitment, what's the before and after since doing the recruitment blueprint a couple of times? What did you do before versus what do you do now, and what time works for you?
Yeah. So before, I had no experience whatsoever about interviewing anyone. Sort of got thrown into it and just said, yeah, just ask them a bunch of questions. Made a few mistakes in questions that you're not supposed to ask. But
I'm laughing because I think we've probably all made those mistakes and then gone, oh yeah, probably shouldn't have asked that. Now we know.
Yeah,
the good thing is we know
right.
now.
I know now that what you can and can't ask. But yeah, it was more of a conversation. And we'd sit down and have a conversation. You ask a couple of questions, you explain the role, you do other bits, but it would take 45 minutes to an hour. It was horrendous doing 2 of them a day and losing 2 hours a day. It wasn't working. You didn't get anything out of it. All you got was at the end of the day was, oh, she seemed all right. Yeah, well, we'll give her a go sort of thing. There was no real, I'm really happy with that person. He's the one I want to pick sort of thing. It was like, oh, yeah, they seemed all right. Just go with that.
So were you running the sessions for 45 minutes because you thought you had to? Is that like something best?
Yeah, I sort of thought that it had to go for a while. To be quite honest, I never even had an interview myself. I started so many years ago that I left straight from school and started here. So I've never had an interview myself. So, yeah, I was sort of, oh, yeah, I think you have to ask some questions. And then by the time they I didn't have a timeline, but from the time you start talking and then they, tell a bit about themselves and other bits and pieces, it's sort of, 45 minutes to an hour is sort of what it takes. And by going through that, working out those questions that we ask is just, they're very direct sort of, like very particular questions that we come up with. They do work the best for us. And we pretty much conduct an interview in 10 to 15 minutes. It works for us. In the 5 times that we've had to use it this year, since we did it, we've got 2 great truck drivers, 2 great apprentices, and a really good sales kitchen designer, and they all seem switched on, happy. Everyone seems to get on well. So
you said utilizing a criteria to help select who is the right candidate for the role when you've got a few people that you've interviewed for the same role. That's super helpful to you as well, and you're really decisive about that now. I feel as a result, quite confident about it.
Yeah, like that number. Well, we just use a 1 to 5 number, and you just circle the one that you believe the answer relates to. It's not probably an exact science, but it's the feel you get when you're talking to that person. It worked well. It's worked really well anyway. The 5 times that we've used it, we've all had really, really, really pleasurable people that have started. So
I'm wondering what it is that you guys learned from the Killer Recruitment Blueprint, or what you've learned that might be helping you do some things differently in your business.
Trying to understand the person that you're going to hire more than just an employee. When they do come on board, they all blend in well with your team, your current team that you've got, regardless of the level of how well you would like your culture to be at that point in time when you bring someone on. The fact that they can come on board and blend in and sort of help makes a bit of difference. So thank you guys. We couldn't do without all you guys. So thanks all you guys to sort of help us out to where we are. And
really great stuff that you talked about there today, and recruitment, and like I said, keep up the awesome work.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and see you all.